What's going on, everybody? I hope you had a phenomenal day, and I'm so happy to be the person to just kind of introduce you to our next partnership. Just so we're no longer strangers, I definitely want to introduce myself. So, my name is Kiana. Everyone calls me Kiki. I've been trading now for about 5 to 6 years. I got started in the trading space back in 2019. I was a multi-store manager. I had multiple locations. And honestly, COVID is what really scared me and kind of got me back into thinking like, hey, even though you have a career, even though you're good at your job, even though you're hustle oriented, you have so many things going for you, it doesn't matter. Like everything can change in a split second. So COVID hit and obviously the non-essential workers were laid off and that kind of woke me up. And I really was like, listen, I need to learn a skill set. I need to learn something that cannot be taken away from me. Okay. So that being said, I really am so grateful because now I'm 32. I literally do not work a job, retired myself. I travel, I do full-time entrepreneurship. I mentor other individuals, and I kind of teach people how to leverage the exact same things that I leveraged to ensure that I'm able to not only secure income online and residually, but I definitely want to be someone who's impacting the masses, who's showing kind of other people exactly what you can do to get into the exact set of circumstances it requires to get your goals accomplished. I was one of those people that it's like, I have dreams, I have goals, I have things I want to accomplish, but I don't necessarily have the means to get to it. And then I was introduced to this platform. Okay, this platform is exactly the kind of information that's going to change your life. That if you take it and you actually apply what's learned and you listen to the steps and you go all in with this, you could change your understanding. You can change your future, your present. You can also change the reality for your family. And I think that's very important. Okay, so welcome to our partnership with ZiNRAi. Honestly, this is the moment we're going to awaken the movement in you, in your life, in your business, in your family. Like it's time to kind of, take back the reins, take back ownership, take back that energy, right? So let's talk about where we're at. Because if we don't know where we're at, we do not know where we're going, right? So we're going to look at the four-way cash flow quadrant. What I really want you guys to focus on is the left side of the screen. So on the left side of the screen, we see that 60% of employees in society, they just have a job. They have a job, they clock in, clock out. And we also see that 35% of people are self-employed. So they own a job. So if you think about it, like the friends and the people that you know that actually have a business, not all of them actually own their time, right? They still are in control. They still have their own means to get money, which is great. But time-wise, they're still exhausted. They're still exchanging their time for money, right? Let's compare that to the right side of the screen. So we see 4% are business owners. They own a system. Okay, and then we look at investors who are 1% of society and own like literally investments. They don't, their time doesn't equal money, right? Their investments are working for them. They can maximize their time and do whatever it takes. So what we're really looking at is we see that 95% of society only controls 5% of the wealth, which is not a lot, right? That's really on the left side. That's kind of like the space where a lot of people are located. They understand that yes, I need to work, yes, I need to have the means to get what I want, but I think we're in this revolving circle where it's like, hey, yes, I have a job, I'm making money, but at some point the money that's being made is also being spent, right? There's no saving, there's no investing, there's no real work going on there. Whereas we look at the right side, the 5% of society owns 95% of the wealth. These are individuals that are maximizing their times, utilizing systems and investments. So we understand that if we are on the left side of the screen, we want to end up on the right side of the screen. Okay. Let's go over the markets that we're going to take part in. So the markets are the crypto market, stock market, and Forex market. When it comes to crypto, we are also investing and trading. Okay. Crypto market is a 3.9 trillion market cap. Listen, there's so much money flowing through this market. We also have access and have ideas through the stock market, which is 124 trillion global market cap. Okay. Forex market, 7.7 trillion daily volume. So honestly, at this point, we understand that not only can we make money, everyone can make money. Okay. I can still make my money and be good. You can still make your money and be good, and everyone's eating, right? Let's take a look at our next slide. So this is going to be our courses. Our courses are so crucial because this is really going to pinpoint exactly what you need to be successful, exactly what you need to be well versed in these spaces. So, for example, we have the foreign exchange market, which is Forex. We have stocks and crypto, e-commerce, and digital marketing. Sorry. These are all things that you're going to need not only to understand and master, but we have courses from beginner and to advanced. So you're going to be able to not only understand and perfectly kind of craft your way to success, you have a blueprint. You have like people, educators, people that are well versed in this space, people that are seasoned, people that actually have decades of experience in these fields. right? So this is literally what's going to take us to the next level. And I really want to let you guys know that the educational side of things is so important when it comes to the basics, when it comes to the advanced, when it comes to just practicing and understanding what's going on. ZiNRAi courses really does a great job of honing in on not only the skill set, but the basics of what you need, how you're going to get there, and what you're going to utilize to take it all the way. All right. If we look at our ZiNRAi Live is our live sessions. This is where you're going to have literally toe to toe, face to face interactions with these educators. You have a live chat in real time. So they're going to answer all of your questions. You can see their screens as well. So any trades that are being taken, any setups, any analysis, you're going to be able to see it in real time. And let's say you're a little bit late to one of the sessions or you miss it, they're recorded. So you can always double back and go watch them again. But honestly, ZiNRAi Live is the creme de la creme, like we say in French, because it's really the part where you're gonna take not only live trades, but you're understanding the mindset behind some of these trades. Okay. If we continue now, because ZiNRAi ideas, listen, this is something where it's more copy and paste, but understand that the value and the risk management, the low risk, high reward, the leverage and exchange, the real-time updates, listen. Okay, if we really break down these trades, whether you're a seasoned trader or you're just getting started, it's always going to make sense risking $100 to make $200. I think the average person can kind of gauge that. So with ZiNRAi ideas, not only do you get kind of educated plays in the market, I think the average person sometimes thinks, hey, I have to be trading all day. I don't have time for that. That is incorrect. Okay. If you're getting quality setups, you spend less time on the charts and more time making money. Why? Because you're leveraging great ideas. Okay. And that's where ZiNRAi ideas comes into play. This is an amazing utility. And I really want to just stress a disclaimer. Past profits don't dictate future ones. Okay, so understand that yes, we've seen success, we have success stories, we have people that are funded, we have people growing their live accounts, but I want you to understand that their success, their chapter 10, don't compare that to your chapter 1. Your success is coming, your success is evident, just you have to be a part, you have to engage, and you have to take the education seriously. Okay, when it comes to personal development, when it comes to elevating who you are as an individual, we have steps and we have something that's amazing for that. It's all in phases. So phase one is more for that reset, that mind shift, clearing distractions, making sure you're focused, you're there. Phase two is rebuilding, right? So rebuilding those habits, those routines, the confidence, the belief. Phase three is you're rising to bold action, you're rising to your leadership, and you're rising to be a consistent individual. So with these things now, when it comes to working on your personal development, whether it's just, you're a leader in this space, or you just want to work on your professionalism or who you are as a person, you have access to an AI accountability partner where you can ask questions and kind of have that conversation that may just elevate you for the day. You also have a book of the month. The book of the month currently is Atomic Habits, which is an amazing read, right? I think a few of us have read that book already, and it's amazing. Like it's done amazing things, and it actually kind of changes your thought process on what you think you should be doing on a daily basis, right? We also have our 90-day progress tracker. So whether you're working on your confidence, your discipline, your leadership, you actually have a 90-day course that you can take to better yourself. You have an audio of the day. So every single day, it's not like, oh my God, okay, where do I go? What can I listen to? You have it directly on your screen. You have access to the audio of the day, whether it's John C. Maxwell or whoever it is. You have access to talent. You have access to people that are going to pour into. I think on the average, a lot of us do not have access to individuals that will pour into us. So I'm grateful and I'm happy that we have access to something like this, right? And this kind of consists of like a 90-day run. So whenever you choose a course, whenever you decide to get something done, you're going to have an automatic 90-day run, an automatic 90-day tracker, which is great, right? When it comes to our tools and resources and what we're going to actually use to get everything kind of situated, I want to kind of place you, right? I want to give you the steps. So when we start off, everything starts with an onboarding. And myself, you guys are lucky. I'm the one that actually hosts the onboarding call for the entire community. So understand that with these onboardings, not only are you going to get fire explanations and the sauce because I give it every single time, you're going to understand the website. You're going to understand how to take these trades from beginner all the way up to advanced. You're going to understand every single thing. Okay. Trading plans. I also educate you guys on how to do trading plans and what the structure is necessary for each account to be able to take these trades. And then the community, guys, our community is great. We celebrate birthdays together. We say good morning. It's such a vibe with us. We really embody one vibe, one tribe, literally. Like we are that one band, one sound environment, and I love it. Like the winner circle is unmatched. When it comes to our mentorship calls, this is really what's going to guide you to success and kind of make sure that throughout the week you're staying focused. Whether it's a team call, whether it's a market call, no matter what it is, it's going to kind of hone in on the skills. And it's just an environment where you can ask people who have the results that you want questions, which sometimes makes all the difference. Okay. Next is the trading journal. Trading journal is super important. You know, you kind of get your emotions in play. You understand the facts of your trade, what's really happening, so that we can then go back and say, okay, let's look at your track record for the week. What can we fix and what's going great? That way we can ensure success. Okay. And then lastly, we have our scanners, which generate ideas from us, whether they're buys or sells. We make money on the way up and on the way down. So regardless, we get these ideas, we place them, and we're making money, which is very important. Talking about making money, let's see what all of this costs. So on a monthly basis, first to start out on your first month, it's going to be $249. This 249 includes your activation. Okay. Every month following, it's going to be $184.95. Understand that you have access to ZiNRAi Elevate, ZiNRAi courses, ZiNRAi Live, ZiNRAi Ideas, and the Creative Suite, as well as an influencer program that literally everyone who decides to take this full throttle, to take this to a six-figure income or whatever you decide to do with this, you're going to be able to leverage as well. Okay, so I really want to stress that this is the time to really hone in on some skills, hone in on the personal development and better yourself, because not only do you deserve it, you're capable, you're able, you're deserving. You understand? So you have to do the things that are in place to make sure that you make it across the way, you make it to the other side of your goals, you make it to the side where it's time to literally win. It's time to win, it's time to celebrate, but we're going to work before we celebrate. That's one thing about the winner's circle, all right? Another thing that I really want to focus on is sharing things. I feel like sometimes, we just kind of share things like that. Like, the first time I had a Big Mac trio, I'm sure I was like, hey guys, Big Mac is so good, but nobody paid me for it. I didn't get any recognition for that share. Here, just as Airbnb, Uber, and Amazon Prime, you literally become influencer. Okay. So being a brand promoter is amazing because you have access to being not only getting your membership for free, but also getting paid from the platform. So with that being said, I'm actually so excited. I'm happy I got to be the person that just kind of give you the information, give you everything that's going on so far, and understand that we're constantly updating, we're constantly adding things. So I'm definitely going to be doing another call like this just to kind of make sure you guys are up to date, you guys understand what's going on. But I'm very grateful to be able to be on this call with you guys. I'm happy I got to share this information, and understand that in this space, you weren't sent this call for no reason. You were sent this recording because someone actually cares enough to show you something different, to show you something more. I can promise you that I could go back into the work field and just decide to be a multi-store manager, have a salary on a yearly basis, and just decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. But I wanted more. And when you want more, it takes more. Okay. For me, myself, when I got started back in 2019, nothing was going to stop me. Not a dollar amount, not a person, not an opinion was going to stop me. And I encourage you guys to do the exact same, because I'm literally laughing 5 to 6 years later. And with the technology and the AI access that we have right here, you guys are going to do it in less time than it took me. If I had something like this back in 2019, I probably wouldn't be on this call with you guys. All right. So I wish you guys an amazing day, a great opportunity, a great future. And I really hope I see you guys in the chats. Have a phenomenal day.